What's up everyone, it's DV, and it is finally time. It has been years since my last huge build contest in Roblox Islands, but we're bringing it back, and it's gonna be happening inside my game, Skyreacher. We're going big, like 100,000 Robux big. So if you're unfamiliar with my game, Skyreacher, it's pretty much like Roblox Islands, kind of enough said. You know, you can build stuff, you can farm stuff, you can kill mobs, pretty much everything you'd find in Islands except for a factory. We're still working on factory, but you can build stuff, and you can see I kind of recreated my original spire from Islands. And in fact, I'm kind of, it's under construction. Okay, don't mind that. But yeah, we're gonna be tearing this all down soon, and I'm gonna be rebuilding my own island. But the main reason why I'm so excited to see what you can build is that we have so much better support for building than Islands as far as creative builds. We got like vertical block rotation, so pretty much you can like hit T and rotate stuff upside down if you want to. You can go sideways with it, do all kinds of stuff. I mean, look at, you can literally do this with gravestones. Crazy, right? We got the ability for you to change skyboxes. So we got all these skyboxes. If you want to make some really crazy underworld kind of theme, you can do that. We got different portal themes. So if you want to do like an ancient looking build, you can. We got FX blocks. Islands does not have FX blocks. Check this out. We have electrical effects. We got fog effects. If you want to put some fog on your island, you can make some crazy builds with our stuff. If you're thinking our theme is going to be like Thanksgiving builds or Christmas stuff, nope. We want fantasy. It could be either sci-fi, like futuristic sci-fi, or it can be medieval, you know, kind of magical fantasy. And the reason why is one of my favorite build contests ever was really the fantasy category in Islands. Let's take a look back at that contest. What's going on, gamers? It's DV, and I've got your top 20 fantasy island builds for Roblox Islands. These are the top 20 from the Season 2 Islands contest. You come up here and you can get a really good view of the island. There's a lot of detail. I was actually surprised this didn't place even higher than this. Next up, we've got number 17 by X Darkened Hades. This is actually a very Druid-like design. I love the runes and kind of like the floating islands, and just this one's just fantastic. I love the design. I love the islands. Very inspirational. I love the tower, everything about it. Their design for the tower and the floating ships was really, really good. I love the castle entrance here, the gates. Next up, we got fantasy build number 13 by River Dragon. Everything's oversized, right? Everything's bigger than you. So you can see we got a blue jay over here hanging out on the side of the map, and then we got other stuff. We got like giant bees floating around. It really screams fantasy. I love the pirate ship design. I thought that was solid. So congrats again to Egoism for placing top 10. Look how dense this is. This looks really good. Like, it screams to me that we're in like a jungle. Next up, we got fantasy build number 7. This one is by Fantasty Boy. This is a really, really impressive design. And then he's got a really, really great viewing point inside this mountain. So you got to go all the way to the top of this mountain here. And then at the very top, you can actually have like a nice overlook. And so you can see here, you can see the giant Zeppelin from here. There's a lot here to explore. So it's full of depth. I like the clouds, little cloud details. I like that there's a little islands floating up in the sky. There's just so much here, but you can see like even just those little clouds there. Really, really well done. They got this crazy looking palace that looks like it's out of a Disney movie. There's details inside for each room. They got like an obby designed. Looking over the island itself looks really, really solid. Again, I love the chandeliers. I love the details on this castle. So yeah, that was one of my favorite build contests ever, and we're gonna repeat that. So let's get into some of the details here, because I know that's what you're waiting for. You're like, DV, I know I've seen all those builds. Those are really cool, but what do I get? Like, what are the rewards? What are the prizes? So like I mentioned, 100,000 Robux to be had, but it's gonna be spread across multiple winners. Much like that big contest I did in Islands, we're gonna have 20 winners. Only the top 5 though will be getting Robux. The rest are gonna get an exclusive trophy that they can place on their island. So the contest will start on November 21st, 2025. That means entries are going to open that same day, and then they're going to close on December 12th. So you're gonna have a pretty good stretch on being able to build and spend time on builds, especially if you're, you know, in school or whatever. Maybe you got a lot of work going on. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to build something really cool. All entries are going to be held on my Discord, so you will need to have a Discord account. That means you're going to need to be at least 13 to enter. All right, so if you're under 13, you need to have someone else, like a friend or, you know, sibling, parent, whatever. They're going to have to enter for you. Make sure you're on my Discord at discord.gg/dvplays to enter. You can't submit your build on the official Skyreacher server, right? So if you're going to try to like go over there and say, where do I submit my build? It's on my own server. It's DV Plays server. All right. So like I said, we have a massive prize pool. First of all, first place is going to receive 50,000 Robux. That's a lot of Robux. It's pretty much half the, prize pool they're going to be taking away. Second place is going to get 25,000 Robux. Third place is going to get 15,000 Robux. Fourth place is going to receive 7,500 Robux. And then fifth place is going to be 2,500 Robux. It's a lot of Robux to be had. And here's the cool part. All 20 finalists will be getting this exclusive in-game trophy. I'm not going to show you yet because we have to create it still, but it's going to be really cool, okay? If you're from Islands, you probably remember the winter trophy. It's going to be kind of like that, but better, okay? It's going to be cooler. Before you jump in and start going like, dude, I've got the perfect plan. I'm going to do this and this and that and this and that and this and that. Okay, here are the rules. Let me give you some guidelines, all right? So firstly, it's only going to be one prize per username. That means if you have a team, which we do allow team builds. If you got a team of like 10 people or 5 people or 2 people working on the same island, we're only going to be giving you one prize. And it's going to be the username of that island. So if you use an alt account, just make sure you're willing to take that prize on the alt account because we're not going to be giving it to your like main account. It's going to go to whatever account you build on. So if you have a main account, you probably want to build on that if that's where you want the prize. Same for your Robux. It's got to go to your main account. Like I said, teams are allowed, but the prize doesn't duplicate. All right. You only get one. Builds shouldn't be seasonal either. So if you're trying to do a seasonal build like, Thanksgiving or Christmas, that's probably not going to get you a win. We're going to probably reduce your score. I'm sorry. But if you built something for like Halloween, it's probably not going to cut it, right? Unless it's like generic enough. Your island also needs a foundation, all right? So imagine someone made this really cool looking castle and then you fly out and you're like, where's the floor? There's no floor. Yeah, we don't like that stuff. We don't like no floors. We want floors on your island, okay? Make sure you have a floor, some kind of foundation. Your island also needs to look like it's finished. If it doesn't look finished, then it's probably gonna, it's not gonna get a good score. I'm sorry, it just won't. Also, something that kept happening with build contests is people would delete their island after they submit it. Be like, oh, sorry, I reset it. And I look at the screenshot. I'm like, oh my gosh, that probably would have won. But then they reset their island. For some reason, they didn't think they were going to win, so they reset their island. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure you don't reset your island unless we say, yeah, you didn't make it to the judge finalists, Like, you might be in judging and you just deleted your island. That's not a good idea, right? The other thing you need to do is only submit once. If you start spamming your build, we're probably going to, decline it. Don't spam, all right? Now, I'm going to give you some tips on how to get, better chances at winning this thing. First of all, pick one consistent theme instead of like random mixed ideas. Don't like make it a carnival with a car show and suddenly it's a medieval castle over here and then over here is pixel art and over here is like a sci-fi thing, over here is like Batman and all kinds of random stuff, right? A bunch of different build types inside one build is probably not going to cut it unless it's got a consistent theme. Lighting also matters more than you think. So if it's like, this and it's super dark, like this build alone would look horrible if I didn't have lights in it, right? So make sure you have lights. The other thing that's probably not going to win is going to be pixel art. If you're building a huge build with a bunch of pixel art everywhere, even no matter how sophisticated it is, it's probably not going to win. We like 3D stuff more than we like pixel art, all right? Again, also avoid flat and empty bases or base plates. If you have like the default island still, it's probably not going to look good. Build your own island. Again, discord.gg/dvplays to join. It's been a long time since we've had these legendary build contests, and I'm excited to finally bring them back bigger and better than ever. Don't forget, this is not in Roblox Islands. This is in my game, Skyreacher. Thanks again for watching. Good luck to everyone. I can't wait to see the masterpieces that you build in Skyreacher. And again, if you want to enter, make sure you go to my Discord at discord.gg/dvplays. If you reach the top 20, I will be doing a video on the build too. So I can't wait to see what you make. I almost forgot one tip. If you're on PC, you do Shift plus F and you get free cam. This should help you with seeing your builds and taking great screenshots. Good luck, have fun, and I can't wait to see the masterpieces that you create. Till next time, I'll see you in game.